welcome to this week's episode of BRB Geek Speak. I'm your host, Lauren, and welcome to episode 24, because I forgot to say that at the start. With me, as always, is the Baroness of Butts, the beautiful Alex.
Hello, the beauty of Borderlands and the very sweet shrimp, Lauren. I'm gonna say that every single episode, just to make a point.
And the paragon of pizza, Pokemon.
Yay! Yay, pizza!
I couldn't think of a
pizza.
P thing.
Pizza's good. Pizza's very good.
Okay, so this week we've had a few things going on, but we're going to start off with our time waster of the week, and that comes from the very lovely Dan Bull. So if you've never heard of Dan Bull, he's a British fellow, and he does video game themed raps on the interwebs. He's got a YouTube channel, and I did mention him a few weeks ago on the Lost episode 22, about his Fallout rap, because he did a very special themed Fallout rap, looking at each of the individual characteristics you can level up during your gameplay. And he did a very amusing kind of quirk to the song. Every time he sang about a specific trait, so if he was on strength or perception, he sang that entire verse, or as much of it as possible, using only the letter P for perception, or I for intelligence, or S for strength. So I thought that was really clever. And I've been listening to him for a while. Sorry, Karen?
No, I was just gonna say that's really, really hard, so
yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
One of my favourite raps of his is, well, if it isn't really obvious, his Borderlands 2 rap, which is pretty awesome. And I've just sent over Alex the Dragon Age Inquisition rap. How'd you find that?
I'm the Inquisitor, the Fate Visitor, but I don't remember the rest.
She liked it.
Mm.
She liked it.
They are very amusing, and they tend to be in keeping with the tone of the game. So the Inquisition rap was quite serious. The Borderlands one is very silly. So check him out. There will be a link down below. Yeah, so he's very funny. He's also been in some of the, well, just one of the epic rap battles of history as Jack the Ripper. So if you like those kind of things, check him out. Dan Bull. There'll be a link down below. That's a nice time waster. He's got lots and lots of raps. Check him out.
Yeah, I just saw he's done Battlefront rap as well. For Star Wars.
He also did the Heroes of the Storm rap, which we saw at the Heroes of the Storm event, me and Monica, when we went there a few months ago.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay, so a few things happened last week. We haven't had as much time as usual since we last recorded, because we recorded last Wednesday and it's a Monday now. We had the PlayStation Experience on the weekend. Did either of you watch it? Or any of it?
I watched bits of it. I watched some of the Destiny stuff and was very ready
the keynote.
Yeah, I was very ready to get excited, and then it was Sparrow Racing, and I just thought,
You can't get it anyway.
Don't I even get Sparrow Racing?
No, it's all PlayStation exclusive.
What, even the Sparrow Racing?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, sod them then. Okay.
Yeah, because it's it's PlayStation Experience, so anything they're showing there is PlayStation. The bulk of it is exclusive as we were watching it, so there's a few big introductions. So if I recall, there was the Nathan Drake, the new Uncharted little video. There was the Day of the Tentacle remake announced by the lovely Tim Schafer. Very lovely man.
I thought that'd been announced before, because I knew about that from last month or a month before.
Maybe that's your insider information.
No, I swear I knew about the Data Tentacle.
I think it's
been posted online.
Yeah, I think it was on the interwebs, but this was the official announcement.
Oh, okay.
There was the reveal of the final character for Mortal Kombat.
Yay?
Yay?
Was it Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, I presume. Yeah.
Fang, very flamboyant, twirly kind of character. And the guy announcing it, I can't remember what his name was, but he was so excitable and happy. I didn't care about what he was saying. He was just amusing to watch. But was that
this Japanese guy?
Yeah, and he came out with the Ryu fists and everything. And he was just so happy that this character didn't get leaked.
Yeah.
It was actually the first reveal for this character, and no one had seen it before. So he was so happy.
Little inside trivia, unfortunately I don't remember the name of this guy, but Tim's LinkedIn page is of him being punched by this guy in the face.
Oh! Okay, I'm gonna look her up. But the thing that stuck with me, because Battleborn, they were announcing some things about the the open beta, which will be in a couple of months. Aesthetics of Borderlands without the cells, and still same kind of humor, but they announced a couple of new characters and a PS4 exclusive character called Toby the Mech Penguin.
Ooh.
It's a penguin in a mech suit saying, I am death.
Ooh.
I am destruction. And he is so cute. I
That's
need him.
pretty.
What's up, Martin? Alex?
I'm making ooh noises of excitement.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
were
is it?
grumbling. I thought you weren't happy. Yeah, so I need Toby the Mech Penguin very much in my life.
Well, you're gonna get him. No worries.
Yeah, but Monica's not.
I don't
Unless
know
she gets it on PS4.
Okay. What's
No, you
Battleborn?
need to come play with me.
Can you hear her crying? Can you hear
This
her
is the
crying?
point where I'm like, I don't know what
She
Battleborn
does
is.
not give any fudge sticks.
I think it's a lane-based MMO. I'm not sure how you would describe
so,
it.
MOBA.
That's the word, MOBA. I'm
Yay!
very
Oh yes,
sleepy.
no, of course, no, I know the one. It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I just remembered. No, I will maybe play it, I guess, or I could just play Dota.
Well, you can always try it on the open beta, can't you?
Mm.
No, but it looks
might do
pretty, and it's all Gearboxy, and Gearbox is awesome. Yeah. So, do you guys have anything else from PlayStation experience?
No, sorry. I only got a bit, like the bit of it that I managed to see in between going to event and then going to a surprise birthday party in the evening was
Aw.
actually that Street Fighter bit and other. Well, there's a bit of Team Schafer news, which I know you, Lauren, is excited about, and I'm just like,
I like Tim Schafer. He was nice to me.
point and clicks again.
Yeah.
Yeah, point and clicks again. And Tim Schafer is a very nice man.
I'm quite excited about Ni no Kuni 2, that I still haven't had the chance to play 1 because we don't have a PS3.
Same, I need to play one.
And it's
Because
not
I only
backward
have
compatible.
access. Yeah, I've only just really got access to a PS3, so I'll probably play that first. But I've been told to maybe play the Japanese version because there's a character in one called Drippy who is Welsh.
Uh-huh.
And sounds like Tom Jones by the sounds of it.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And he's not
Yeah.
in any other version?
He's not Welsh in the other version. He is there, but he's not Tom Jones, you see, and he doesn't go on. I'm Drippy.
Okay.
Wait, but is this... But in the Japanese version, surely he'd be saying that in Japanese.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have the accent,
Oh, I see.
the ridiculous Tom Jones accent.
No, she has to go for the accent. I get it. No, yes,
Okay.
I agree. Yep.
Yeah, can't be dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so something else that happened last week was Dragonmeet, and Alex popped along to that, didn't you?
I did indeed. So, Dragonmeet is a board gaming event that, on their website they say we're the friendliest board gaming event in UK. I guess this is because they can't claim to be the biggest board gaming event in UK, because that's taken by UK Games Expo, which happens in Birmingham. Which is a bit, oh, you guys, it's fine. So I'm not sure if last year was the first Dragonmeet ever, or just the first one that I was aware of, but
no,
it's still...
I've been to one like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, right, so it's not... because, to me, it still looks very small. They have it every year in Nibis Hotel, which is near Earl's Court, so passing by our Earl's Court Expo was really sad, seeing it being sort of all,
Tears.
Yeah, it's really sad.
covered
I miss
and
Earl's Court.
being taken apart. That was a bit sad. But yeah, so it's right there. And last year they have exactly the same amount of space as they had this year. This year, initially it seemed a lot busier than it was. But then, also, it's kind of different. I don't want to say it's not as fun, because it was, but, it seems to be a lot more RPG focused than it was last year. Last year there was a lot of indie board game designers, and it was one of the first places where I played Frankenstein's Body by Andrew Harmon and Yay Games, and met other like indie board game designers, and so the games that I didn't expect, like the Crokinole, if you remember, Lauren.
I love Crokinole.
Yeah, that's the event where we first played Crokinole, and we arranged to get Crokinole for loading from there.
Awesome.
And this time around, as per usual, they had 2 rooms for RPGs, and as far as I know, you have to pre-book before the event the time slots for the RPG games that you want to attend. And there were massive of shops selling different RPG books, and like just the variety of them is amazing. Of course, there was some like a Best of Essen section, which was curated by Devium Games, which I've played some of the games on there, and some of the games it's like I can wait to play them, so there wasn't really a big rush to play something. It's the games that you can buy off the shelf.
Yeah.
Some of the appeal of Dragonmeet to me before was because it's the games that you can get from indie board gamers that you wouldn't normally find on a shelf, or would be harder to find on a shelf, or harder to know. And it's also always nice to chat to the designers because, they give you insight, they're passionate about board games, it's fun to play with them because, they get excited and you get excited from them. Not to say that, as Demon demonstrators are not good at their job, they're amazing, at what they do and when they demonstrate the games, and it's really fun, but it's different when you have a designer there. And there's also was a stand for Playtest UK, which is also an amazing group of guys. They have a meetup event in general, but they also come to events. And what they do is that any board game designer can come to the event and have their game playtested by other designers or guests on the meetup or at the show, anyone who's visited the show, to get some feedback for their game development before the game is published. And it could be pretty much at any stage, as long as you have something on the paper that can be played, you can go there and play it. And I've been told I can disclose this information, but we play tested Tim's game during that event.
Ooh.
Yep.
We still haven't bloody play tested that game.
Well, I haven't played it until Dragonmeet, to be honest. Because I have a feeling I kind of try to take my distance from it, because I know he'll be talking about people about it a lot, and I tend to always be around when he's talking, and I don't want to get sick of the game, which no matter how good it is, if you talk about something a lot, you're gonna get sick of it. So it was nice, and he got some really good feedback, and one of the guys from Legend Express, the designers of the game Burger Boss, and I talked about this game last week, was there to play with us, and he gave some really, really great feedback, and just general walking around. And I mean, part of the fun of this event for us is that we've been going to different board gaming events for so long that we come in there and there are like 10 people that we know, and we just want to catch up with and have a chat and see if they have any new games, what's happening with their old games, what's their next event. But I don't know I think if you're not an RPG fan, that event wasn't as good as it was last year. Like, it was really good for us because of the reason we knew people, we got to play test our game, we got to play, I think 1 or 2 other new games. But then other than that, they have really good, sort of stands to buy board games, lots of different shops and they have a good variety, and, you have a variety of miniatures and RPG books and, crazy stands with all the colorful dice that you can find in the world.
Yeah.
Like, just, seriously, eye candy. You just want to have them all.
Yeah, that's not changed.
No, but that, I don't know. I wish they've expanded since last year, because I don't think that room that they have is really enough. And then they could have possibly gotten our other indie designers who I know always jump at an opportunity to go to an event and to to promote their game and play with people that come to the event. And it seemed like there weren't many there. But that's it. That's my bit on Dragonmeet. It happens every year, so look out for when it's happening next year. Kind of this year, it kind of crept up on me. I didn't realize it was happening until it was like, oh, it's happening this weekend. What? Dragonmeet? Okay, buy tickets. Yeah, and the tickets I think are £8 to go to an event, so it's really like it's yeah.
I was just looking up quickly where it was. I think it was a different place than when I went.
Okay.
Because when I went, this was 3 years ago. I realised I had to like a quick scroll through my old phone photos, being like, "Where did I go?" It was right near High Street, Kensington.
All right, no,
and it was like on several floors in the venue, and we went because there was a talk by who was the talk by the guy who did the Your Own Adventure books. This is terrible because I follow him on bloody Twitter.
Isn't that Ian Livingston and and Steve Jackson? They were here this year as well.
Oh, were they? Maybe they go over, yeah. Yeah, and they did a big talk, and it was like, I think it was in like the town hall or something that they did it, because part of it, there was like this really big town hall-y room that they had with like proper wooden benches and little lecterns and everything. And
Wow.
yeah, it was quite cool. Yeah, but I remember it being very, very RPG focused. It was like a little bit of board gaming. But
Really?
it was
Yeah.
mostly tabletop. There's another big RPG event that was in Dorset that we ended up going to, thinking it was board game, but ended up being all RPG. We were just sat there like, we don't play this stuff. And all the tables are fully booked, so we bought a board game and then sat in the pub adjoining the room and just played board games together.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing, because they have like a restaurant and sort of the area next to it, and just from my memory of UK Game Expo, like everywhere, wherever there was a flat surface, people were playing board games. They were sitting on the floor, they were sitting on the steps, they were sitting on the table, they were playing board games. Here, not so much. Like there were people hanging out. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the year before was just overly board game heavy for some reason, and usually it's more of an RPG event. But I don't know. It just wasn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. The RPG rooms were full and booked, and still whenever if there was a designer playing their game, they've always had people playing their game. But still.
Oh, that's a shame. Like, I remember there being lots of tables and lots of people playing things and lots of paper and pens and dice and things, and that was really nice. Like, it was a really nice atmosphere. The one in Dorset, for people's information, is called IndieCon.
Okay.
And it's early November usually, because we went at Christchurch in Dorset, and it's actually really cool if you're into RPGs. Well, you have to wait till next year now, obviously, since it's December, but it's a really nice little event, and like loads of people doing their own stories and doing their stuff, and there's like big sign-up sheets and like for you to join in on the adventures, and they've got loads of little miniatures, and we saw people with like cobbled together Star Wars stuff and lots of figures, and it was really cool, and it was really pretty over there. It's on like the edge of a cliff.
Oh, that's nice.
It was really nice. Yeah, you should go with Tim next year, maybe. I think you'd like it.
We're not that big on RPGs, mainly because we don't have time to play them. Like, I wish... I mean, remember a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I talked about Imperial Assault, Star Wars Imperial Assault.
Yeah. Did you play more of that?
No, we still haven't managed to, because, well, we've talked with Lauren and our friend other Chris, trying to arrange something, but then it's impossible because we're just so busy. So busy. Yep. And I wish we could play it, because that game was 80 quid, and I really want to play it.
Yeah.
Because so far it's been sitting in the box.
Yeah, this is why we stopped buying board games, because we like just don't have time to have people around, and they live really far away, and then they don't want to come.
But see, that's actually the funny thing, because I don't remember, it was there was a quick card game that we've played that I think I can't promise it for sure, but they might be coming to Tabletop Tuesday, so I'll speak to them about when they're going to be coming closer to date. But it was a very simple card game with the betting mechanic about sending your rocket to the moon. And I've realized that part of the reason why I really like that game is because it took 10 minutes, and I was like, yay, done! That was nice, let's go, moving on.
Nice.
And done. Time to do other stuff.
Yeah. It was like, this is not something I have to sit here and do for an hour. I just waited, I had fun. I'm walking away.
And like a really weird segue, that's actually what I've quite been enjoying about Rainbow Six Siege, in that the rounds are very quick. They're only 3 minutes long.
Alright, you've been playing Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I've been playing with Ollie. Well, he's played a lot more than I have, because I got a bit tired of shooting in games. I kind of want to do some other mechanic. But I played a bit, and it is very cool, because you only have one life, and you go in, and you're either the defenders or you're the attackers, and you have objectives. It's either like protect the thing or capture the thing. And it's quite fairly big maps, and the objective will be placed in different parts of the map every time. Although we found that sometimes it just does it in the same place 3 times in a row. Because reasons. And you're gonna go in and you're having to try and find different breach points, and you can go in through the ceiling, and you can go in through the floor, and you can break walls, and you can put thermite on the walls, and you can set traps, and one character sets a turret down, and I got to just sit on a big turret, and this one dude came in through a window, and I gunned him down, and another dude chucked a flashbang, and I just kept firing through being completely blind and killed him.
Yeah.
And the third dude tried to go in and I killed him too. And I was like, yay! That was like the one game where I actually did something, because usually I'd take 2 steps and die.
I played a lot of it in closed beta, and I played very tiny bit in open beta, and Tim got it on PS4. Yeah. And I'm not that fast. I mean, I still have 3 games I need to play for Heroes of Might and Magic 7 desperately at this point. I need to finish. I really want to finish Assassin's Creed, because there has not been a single Assassin's Creed game that I have ever done to a completion, and I'm really determined to finish this one because I'm really close. And if I want to play something for about 20 minutes, I have Battlefront. So
yeah, that's fair enough. We haven't bought Battlefront yet, so right now it's going to be Diablo and Rainbow Six for a bit. We might get Battlefront at Christmas.
Yeah.
I want to do more Diablos.
See, because one of the reasons why I'm interested in what you think of Battlefront is because you're way more into FPSs than I think Lauren and I are, and even Tim and the rest of the co. So I'd be interested in your opinion, because I think people who play FPSs are like, this game is a bit crap. And
that's what I hear. Like, that's what all my FPS-y friends are like, oh, it's really simple. And I'm really scared of, part of me, I'm really scared of buying it, because I'm really scared of being disappointed. Because right now, it's like nice in my mind, and I've seen some video clips, and it looks really pretty. I've just seen someone run around being Han Solo, and it's like, that looks really good. And
that's
I don't
what I do,
playing.
but not in the game.
No, you have a real gun, Han Solo gun. Like, that's different. We don't all have that. But I'm really scared of being disappointed by it. If that makes sense. I kind of don't want to just yet.
Yeah.
You should come around and play it. Come to one of our houses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just come and you see it, and that way at least you don't have to spend money on the disappointment. If that will be the case.
And just run around as Han Solo for a little bit.
Yeah, be like, pew pew pew. Why is this not inverted? Pew pew pew.
Why am I on fire?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can make it inverted, because that's what the issue I had when I first played the game at bloody EGX.
Oh, was somebody's inverted, or was it not inverted?
Somebody inverted it and I couldn't turn it back.
That's because they played it the proper way.
Shush your face.
You.
Okay.
I'll stick to my guns. Inverted is the one true way.
Blah, 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 blah.
Right, moving on. Moving on to things that aren't as they should be. We all did our homework.
Sorta?
We did.
Yeah. I did my full homework. I watched both. I'd seen Resurrection before, but I rewatched them both, and I even bought Prometheus.
What?
I bought Resurrection. I had to buy it off Google Videos. I had to rent it for £2.50.
I have the 3D special edition Blu-ray.
See?
For £5.
For £5 from CEX.
We thought we had them all, and we definitely had Alien Resurrection, which I kind of started watching and then I fell asleep.
Yeah.
But then, for some reason, we don't have Prometheus, which was a bit sad, so I kind of did my homework. No, but Tim swears by it that he has a Blu-ray of that thing.
Oh, you can have mine.
You can do the Blu-ray.
I don't know. Anyway, guys, I have notes. Most of them are questions and WTFs.
Same. I was considering writing it down when I was watching Prometheus, and I got to the first one, because this is... there was a few things before the crew even woke up that made me go, what? Why is he bleaching his hair?
You're starting with the wrong movie.
Should we do them in order? Should we just say a little bit about what we think about Alien, and then Alien 2, and then 3? And just go through them.
No, because we haven't got enough time for that, because I think this is going to take a while.
But that would be fun.
Why didn't we do Alien 1, 2, and 3 for next week?
No, let's do Resurrection, Prometheus, and all the good aliens, supposedly, after that.
Yeah, we could do the good aliens if we have time.
Okay, so fine.
Our homework this week was to watch Alien Resurrection and Prometheus. So we're going to start off with Alien Resurrection. Alex, do you want to start?
Yeah, well, Alien Resurrection already gets points from me because, 10 minutes in there is a butt, or 20 minutes in there is a butt. And it's a sexy butt.
It's pretty quickly in. It's Ripley's butt, yeah?
No, it's not Ripley's butt. It's the butt of the captain's girlfriend.
Oh, yes.
Where he does weird things with her feet. I don't know what the hell he does that makes her do things.
Yeah.
That's not 10 minutes in. That's a while in, isn't it?
I don't know. That was before I fell asleep, so I think that was pretty early on.
I remember that was.
This is why she liked the film.
That was after they got on the ship because they were chilling out, and then that's when Winona Ryder's character went and tried to kill Ripley. But I remember, like, when you see the crew at the start, I just can't figure out, why is Ron Perlman pretending to be an ape?
No, I don't understand most things about Ron Perlman. I think
I love Ron Perlman.
He's great. He's the best.
I just don't understand him in that point.
Well, he's just that character. It's just a weird character. But what did they ever explain how they cloned her?
Okay, so I have questions. This is part of why I'm interrupting you, is because it's part of my question that I have throughout this whole movies. Is I don't exactly understand how the stupid aliens reproduce. So this is part of it. So Ripley, when she died, she had the parasite inside her, which somehow changed her blood and DNA, because otherwise...
No.
That one, that is because it was inside her when she died. And then they found her body frozen, and they extracted her DNA and the alien's DNA and spliced it together to try and create a human-alien hybrid.
I thought they just had her blood and engineered it from her blood. And I was like, how does the alien come into her blood? Because surely that would not...
Yeah, because at the end of 3, she's got the alien thingy inside her. Yeah, and she dies.
But doesn't she go into, like, a furnace to burn alive or something?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. That's why I was confused as to, like, how did they have that?
Yeah, so I don't understand how you can... I mean, I understand, I guess, in some magical, super, uber, advanced science world, you can clone someone from having their blood, but the blood wouldn't have the DNA of the alien because the alien was parasite. I mean, if you have a child, your child does not share exactly the same copy of your DNA.
Yeah,
you don't suddenly imprint on each other.
But maybe they got alien DNA some other way. I mean, God knows it dipped enough drool everywhere.
Didn't she, like, go to the med bay or something in 3? Maybe they could have taken a blood sample then.
Yeah, God knows. Because she does get a med bay scan that is
but how does it come from the blood sample? I don't understand.
Oh, hang on. Okay, so if they...
Explain this to me, this science-y thing.
But they cloned her to have the queen inside her, and I think her getting alien bits was a byproduct. I don't think they intended for her to have alien.
But if you look at the other clones,
I'm okay with her being byproduct of alien. I don't understand how from her blood they got the alien blood too, because surely even though she was impregnated with the alien blood, when she got impregnated, the alien DNA didn't combine with hers that very second. She was just a carrier. So from her blood, they would
Prometheus
get her.
lets us believe. Well, no, because when an alien spawns from a host, it does take some of its DNA, like the dog alien in 3.
Okay, but Ripley didn't get the alien's DNA.
Oh, hang on.
That's them around with it. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. I just did a quick search, and a couple people have a few theories. So maybe when Ripley cut herself in Alien 3, there's a few drops of blood that got spilled, and maybe it got contaminated with some Xenomorph blood or DNA or whatever that green goo is. But apparently it's just a crappy plot device. But what I reckon is they found the blood, and they were trying to make a really, really strong queen. So they spliced her DNA with that of a Xenomorph and created the human-alien hybrid. And it took them a while because they're not going to get it right straight away because they're doing it off the books, trying to hide it because they know it's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah. Well, that's the business plan. Capture Xenomorph, question mark, profit.
It's like, is it Steve? What's the guy's name? Is it Brad Dorff or Stephen Dorff? One of the scientist guys, the one that gets trapped in all the goo and gets his head chomped off.
I have an easier way of naming them. Idiot 1, Idiot 2, Idiot 3, Idiot 4.
No, he's not just idiot. He is creepy guy that tries to tongue a bloody Xenomorph through a glass.
Oh, he was funny. I liked him.
He's always a creepy guy in everything.
Yeah, but since when are the alien films so creepy? But that was cool. I think it was kind of cool how he was just weirdly turned on by them. He was like, he's a sexy on the glass. No. And the alien was probably sat there going, ugh.
What I don't understand is why he's like so amazed by that freaking white alien. That white alien is stupid. So
oh god, it's so terrible.
Shoes.
It's got a little nose bobbin. It's got a nose bobbin. I was looking at it going, what the actual...
Well, it's half human, don't you get it?
But it's really weird because the original Xenomorph in the original Alien, when the light kind of shines through it in the design, it's got a human skull underneath its hood thing. Like, you can see a skull.
Really?
Yeah, that's what the original Xenomorph design is. Like, it's got a human skull in it. And if you look at Alien Isolation, that draws from the original Alien film, it's got like a kind of slightly see-through dome. That's what they should be. So it's really weird. They're like, oh no, but this one's human. We just make it a weird human scully face. And I got so angry when it comes, like, Alien Queen's supposed to be this crazy majestic thing. And it pops out of her like a bloody Pop the Weasel box. And then just twats her face off. Like it's made out of papier-mâché.
That's another thing I didn't understand is, why is she giving birth to that one when, during the reproductive cycle of the actual aliens, they have an egg, then they go in, which is kind of like their larval stage, then they infect a host, which is kind of like its cocoon, and it acts like a parasite, taking all the nutrients, and then bursts through his chest and becomes a big xenomorph.
Because she got spliced also with human DNA. The guy says it. He's like, oh, you know, she took from the human the ability to give birth in a different way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty much it.
So I ignored them then.
Hey, cool white alien. We have to explain it.
Yeah, so it's got like two ways to reproduce. Yeah, so it makes all the eggs, and it's really weird.
So does that mean Ripley can lay eggs?
Oh man, well she did get a face whilst they were underwater. I never quite realised. Did she just like bite the face hugger's little wiener off, or something? Did it not have time to? Because in the scene when they're swimming underwater, which is terrible.
Oh, when the face hugger tried to get her and she rips it off her face. She must have.
But she looks like she spit something else. It's like, oh, did you just bite that thing's weeby
I'm slightly
off?
disturbed that you just said weeby.
Do you want another souvenir?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm not allowed to swear. Penis, whatever.
But that film is stupid. But I keep realising that I think that was the first time I've actually sat down and watched it start to finish.
It's pretty awful.
Most of the times I come in when they're at the basketball scene.
That's a cool scene. Ripley was really cool and really sexy.
I like
and,
that scene. Powerful. That's a cool scene. But like every time I've seen it, it's usually on TV when I'm flicking through to find something crap to watch. And it's always at that scene for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh no, the bit that I thought was really funny was because my colleague could kind of see me having it on tucked away at the bottom of my screen whilst I was working. I had it there in the background, just playing, kind of half paying attention to it. And there's the bit where she finds all the other Ripley experiments, and she finds the horrible one that's like, kill me.
Yeah.
And she flamethrowers everything, and everything explodes. And I see my friend pop up, ping on Skype going, oh, you know, they totally ruined that super awesome scene by some, like, quip about ammo. And I felt really terrible, because when I was watching it, I was like, oh, you might want to save that flamethrower ammo, because there's, like, a lot of those buggers left.
And it's the worst way to kill something. So it's the worst way to kill herself. So you're in a medical lab full of medical stuff, including probably many drugs, or even a syringe full of air.
I was gonna say
that'd be a much more humane way to kill yourself. I know that sounds.
She was pretty.
Don't take that out of context.
Emotionally. No, she was pretty emotionally unstable at that point, obviously. But you know, she just had a weapon, and it was a flamethrower, and
she was given the weapon by Winona Ryder. She was just there standing thinking, and Winona Ryder just goes, "I know, flamethrower." Not all the other guns they have. A flamethrower. Illogical.
Because explosions and fire
They're in
and
space.
explosions.
That's dangerous.
I know, but she should have. But my thoughts were she should have saved the ammo for those other bloody aliens, because having played the game, it's like, no, flamethrower ammo is really valuable. You shouldn't waste it.
You know what's the other stupid thing? Why do they have them all in the
same
same
that is stupid and has no
cell?
Explanation whatsoever. But you
They're
know,
like
the thing
four
is,
in the same cell.
Are really stupid. Like, they're complete idiots. Like, what on earth are you thinking when you're doing? You're putting the three of them in the same cell when you know they're highly intelligent beings and like all the other stuff. And acid for blood. It's like the things
With
that you're doing.
acid for blood.
presume you know something about them because you're trying to get them, so you know have some backstory in them, but which you manage to completely ignore when, when it's actually, like, your life depends on it.
Prudent.
Yeah.
But you've just described most of Prometheus right now.
Yeah, Prometheus, when it comes to scientists, I have a lot of
backstory when we get to Prometheus.
Oh god, me too.
Okay, so shall we do final thoughts on Alien Resurrection?
It was gross. The window bit, I had to close YouTube down.
Oh, the sucking out.
Ah, God,
yeah.
I clocked on what was going to happen, and I just minimized the window, waited until the screaming stopped, and then popped it back up. I don't want to see this.
Yeah, I had Coleman playing with cows on Just Cause behind me, so I was just watching him fly about with some cows tethered to a helicopter while I waited for that bit to stop.
Oh, it was just so needlessly gruesome. The whole film was really needlessly gruesome when they, just all the goop and when he crunches the guy's head.
Why did people keep sticking their hands into their robot's orifice?
Oh, that was really weirdly even the weird alien, like, goes and goes, whoop!
So, I know, I'm going to stick my claws in it, into a wound that I shouldn't even know about, or really have any kind of concept about this will hurt you. Why is it hurting her? She's a freaking robot.
Yeah, that was weird. Everyone just liked prodding it. Like, does it hurt if I do this? Bleep, 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 bleep.
Rape metaphor.
Well, the whole bloody franchise, that's what it's about.
Oh, another thing that was stupid, when Ripley, after they cut out the alien from her chest, the scar was far too big for the incision that they gave. That's just one thing. But then when she was waking up in that weird kind of sheath thing.
Yeah, that was really weird. It's like, why did you bag and tag her?
You knew she was alive. Why did you put her into some sort of...
No, that was a condom bag.
Like a sandwich bag.
Weird.
I think it's just to have her be naked and rip out of something. They were
Look,
like,
I'm not saying anything, but it was a French director. So.
Close enough.
No, it's definitely. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name on top of my head, but it was a French director.
No. I don't remember who it was.
Okay,
Alex, what did you think overall?
I kind of like that movie.
But did you see all of it? You said you fell asleep.
Well, that was not the first time I watched it.
Oh, okay.
That was the second time you're trying to watch it for this podcast, and I saw it the first time when I was going on my Alien marathon, and I think it's a good Alien movie not from the Alien franchise, but just a general about Alien movie. To be honest, I don't think it necessarily had to be about that specific alien, or it necessarily had to have even Ripley. But I like the idea that if you distill it to its basics, that you have these crazy scientists that are in over their head, and maybe they should have been way cleverer than they actually were. Let's start with that. But they're cloning something to get this queen bee, and they have this weird clone that becomes an alien, and an alien that becomes a human, and there's whole different where do their allegiances lie, and is she gonna turn to the alien side, or what's gonna happen? And that, it all gets out of control and the inevitable happens, and that I kind of like. I mean, it generally has a lot of problems with it, but I think pretty much every single Alien movie has a lot of problems with it, and when that happens, I kind of overlook at them and laugh at how stupid they are, but I enjoy that
one
movie.
One is brilliant. One is awesome.
Yeah, we'll stick with one. I just looked up the Wikipedia because I want to see who the director was, and it's Jean-Pierre Jeunet. And I can't actually remember what else he's done, but I just actually read the start of the synopsis. She was cloned using DNA blood samples taken before her death. And then they just splice it with some alien DNA they have. As a result of her DNA being mixed with the alien's DNA during the cloning process, she develops enhanced strength and reflexes, so we know that, has acidic blood, we know that, and a psychic link with the aliens. Yeah. I thought she was just being bloody weird and sensing them. I didn't realize it was a full-on psychic link.
Yeah, she's like, I can hear them moving around, I can feel them at the back of my mind.
I thought she just had heightened senses because she was part alien.
No, some weird hive mind bullshit. I don't know.
Anyway, I enjoy that movie.
It was just cringy. The whole thing was so cringy. The only redeeming bit is where the guy pops the other guy's face off by chest bursting through his head.
Oh yeah, that was kind of cool.
That was hilarious.
Okay.
And disgusting. But
yeah, speaking of cringy, let's get on to Prometheus now.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah.
So this was my first time ever watching Prometheus because I knew I never actually wanted to see it because I read about it, I researched it, and it just sounded like clown shoes.
That's a good description.
Yeah, I watched it, and just looking at a filmmaker's standpoint, it leaves too many questions to be a satisfying movie. If we not looking at all the stupid things that happen during the movie, I just meant like there's no resolution of the questions they intentionally raise.
But that's because it's part of a trilogy, apparently.
But still, they should still have some sort of resolution of a couple of the facts, rather than leaving everything open-ending.
There's no facts in that movie.
Okay, the posed questions, how's that?
No, but the thing is, about what I think they were trying to do is make this, this movie about science and about the stupid creation, where do they come from, which I don't actually understand why they put in that movie, because it's so ridiculously stupid.
The religious aspect is stupid.
Yeah, but they wanted you to go back and, really think about it and speculate, and I'm like, there's nothing to speculate about. It's badly written, and it's being, asking these questions for asking the question's sake. And you know why is that?
So they can make more movies.
No. It's because it's written by Damon Lindelof.
Of course.
Who's that?
Oh, that's the guy who wrote Lost. And now you know everything.
Oh, yes, I think I was told.
And can I just say a little trivia, because my part of my research and that I found out, and which would be so much better. So the first script that they wrote, that was written by John Spates, who basically wrote it as a prequel to the Alien movies, and it was even called Alien something, and it was all about the alien and blah blah blah. But Ridley Scott didn't really want it to be an alien movie. Like, it wanted to be in the alien universe, but the movie in itself. So it invited Damon Lindelof to come in and rejig the script. So so they kind of kept some parts of the script, and then they got rid of some other parts of the script. And that's why some of the stuff completely doesn't make sense. Because the scientist is supposed to be really clever and whatnot. In the original script, they're just supposed to be a bunch of mercenaries. They were supposed to be brutes. They were really just gonna come in because they were gonna get paid lots of money. They didn't really know anything. They were just kind of people that we get in, we get the job done, we don't really care.
Yeah.
And now when you think about that, you can realize why those scientists were so stupid, because they weren't really scientists.
I see.
I got really, really annoyed. I can't remember his name. You know, the bloke scientist, the main one.
Vaguely.
The one who gets the goop in his face.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and who then impregnates her.
That bloke really, really annoyed me, because if you just watch the film as it is, once they get to the planet and they find that one place which they visit on the first day that they get there for a couple of hours, he gives up. He's like, oh, we didn't find anyone alive. We are so sad. We failed everything. It's like, you've been there for a day. You've actually traversed a tiny, minute portion of the planet. Act like a freaking scientist and investigate. Shut your face. Stop being alcoholic and do your fucking job. I said freaking.
No. And then there was a thing, they land, they're like, oh, there's a big storm brewing. I guess we'd better go off right now, just before it hits. It's like, no, you're gonna be there for a while. Surely, you're not about to go back home after like a day on this planet on the other end of the universe.
Calm your memories. You've just got here. It's 6 hours till darkness.
You need your TARDIS.
You need to do your surface checks. You need to check the atmosphere. You need to scan. You need to send out probes to find out what the hell's going on this planet, if there's anything out there. You need to stay and observe the general surroundings so you know if there's a day and night cycle, what the weather patterns are like. Is there anything that's going to come out at night and trying to kill you? Is anything going to damage your ship? And you need to spend that first, at least 6 hours finding out those things before you go, let's put on our suits and go wandering. Yay!
Go walk into the stuff.
Let's go for a wander. Fun. Oh, I found a head. Fun. Oh, this building's showing us weird holograms. Let's follow it to our doom.
Oh god, it was just so awful. The whole thing was just one disaster after the next. And then when she gets into that weird med pod and they laser her womb open, and
the one that's configured for men and then amazingly
for women, So they laser the womb open. There's a lot of muscle and tissue and organ and stuff in the way,
Or they just staple it back together.
It's like pop, 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 pop.
And then she just runs.
And then she runs. And then
And the bloke punches her in the stomach with a bloody gun.
Yeah.
And then she's fine running away again.
And then at one point, doesn't she jump onto a ledge? Because I remember watching a bit, she jumps and catches onto a ledge. And
that's because the thing's opening, like the hatch is opening, she runs, it's like, those
physically
staples would pop
cringed.
out.
It would be like those 90s trousers that you could just rip off. It's like pop, 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 pop. And that was horrific. I was just watching that going, no, that is...
There would be internal
that is
hemorrhaging
not.
right then. But more than that, there's two things that annoyed me most. Why did Fassbender's character bleach his hair? He's a robot.
I don't know.
Why was he bleaching his roots?
Didn't even register with me that that's what he did.
He was bleaching his roots.
Yeah, I think because he wanted to look like the other guy.
While he was watching German movies.
Yeah.
Look, if one thing that you can't fault is that Michael Fassbender was probably one of the only people who acted his ass off with that script.
Okay,
Yeah,
another
like,
thing he annoyed me.
He was.
I don't know. I think he was just. If there is anyone that's actually been good in that movie, that was him.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't understand why
Yeah.
Guy Pearce that was there at all, to be honest.
No.
But another thing
Makes
that annoyed
no
me
sense.
was when they said how long they had been in stasis. He said 2 years, something months, 18 days and 36 hours. I know it's a little thing, but it's just like, that was niggling at me, like, why are you saying, do you have a different day length? Is there something different here? Why is it 18 days and 36 hours? What's going on? And then, Rafe Spall, being that weird American, which is annoying because I really like Rafe Spall, and then he died pretty quickly. The Scottish guy, who plays Ian Curtis in 24-Hour Party People. Yeah, I had to watch the deleted scenes to make some sense of some bits. And if they had kept certain deleted scenes in, I know this is a stretch, but the movie would have made a tiny bit more sense. Just a tiny bit. But the scene where he comes back to the ship and starts killing everyone.
Yeah, that
was
weird.
stupid. But in the deleted scene, he's got a CGI head.
What?
Yeah, he's the only reason you recognize him is because you can see his tattoos on the CGI head. Because he's kind of gotten a lot bigger, very bulbous, and kind of blue.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like, what was the point of that scene anyway? Because he got sprayed in the face with acid.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
There's so many scenes in there that get no resolutions, and there was literally no point of them being in there. Like the whole relationship between Wickers and her father. Like, did we care? Did it make any difference that Valen was her father? No. What was the point of Valen even being on that ship?
Yeah.
No point.
And the whole subplot with what's her name's father dying of Ebola, and why is that significant?
I don't know.
Fassbender watching their memories, like, you're just being creepy.
Okay, this really bothers me. And this is the thing that I raised from the last movie. I want to try to understand how the Xenomorphs come to be. And this is a sequence of events that I understand is happening. So this is black
goo.
whatever goo that David, Michael Fassbender, spliced into the Holloway's tea, which he drank. Then
it wasn't tea, it was booze.
What doesn't matter what it was. It was a drink. He ingested it. It wasn't his system. Then he had sex with Shaw, then Shaw got pregnant, then her baby escaped, it jumped onto Engineer, and then from the Engineer came a Xenomorph. How many times does it actually happen in the universe for them to be able to produce those Xenomorphs? It sounds incredibly unlikely. This is a very long process to get to that weird alien. Like, how many things were involved?
That one, I think, is meant to be a freak accident, because the whole thing of that guy getting infected wouldn't probably be one of the variables into creating whatever demonic thing they're creating. So that was probably not the initial plan for that black goop. And then it turned into that weird octopus thing that was in Shaw, and then it grew up to the big Cthulhu thing that kind of looked like a giant octopus face hugger.
Thing.
But you see, it had to go through a human and through an engineer. I mean, how many times did that happen for them to become somewhere else? Or did they all just spawn from that one alien? Did the rest of the story happen from that one alien?
Well, if we think about the actual original stem of the species of Xenomorphs, they were created by the predators as a prey, weren't they?
What?
The original, before Prometheus.
Yeah, the Prometheus makes it out like the Promethean. It's like this weird link between human and Xenomorph, because there's that dude. So if a Promethean drinks the black goo, he like then became humans.
He became
a
life, I
Prometheus?
believe.
Yeah, he became
The engineer.
Oh,
so
right.
it's like the bold, the really tall.
Okay,
The engineer, yeah.
Because right in that first scene, he's standing on this like desolate platform, and he drinks the black goo.
But I
and he
thought
falls
that
into the
was-
water, and he makes life.
Yeah.
But I
So
thought
the
that
black
was sort
goo
of a
creates
creation
life.
of Earth. Yeah, but I get that the black goof is creates life, but I don't exactly understand how they create xenomorphs if it has to go through this very
Like,
weird
the
stages.
Xenomorph, I don't know, like the xenomorphs supposedly are like the ones who then come and like wipe out life. From what I understood, it's like, so they had those ships ready. One of them was going to launch to Earth with loads of black goo that people obviously can't help but touch. Like, oh, look at this stuff. Touch. Because it thaws out at ambient temperature, because everything was frozen, isn't it? And it started thawing out, and the goo started going everywhere, and it makes goo, and it makes those worms from the goo. I'm not quite sure where they came from. They just coalesced.
Well, they were kind of like face huggers, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
But you
Because
see,
they went into that guy's throat.
from original movies,
Yeah.
what I understood is that there was a queen mother who laid the eggs, and then those legs needed to be carried by someone, and then they turned into xenomorphs.
No, she laid the eggs, and then the face huggers came from the eggs, and then the face huggers infected the humans. Then the chestburster came out, which turned into a xenomorph.
Yeah. But then it appears that before that, the original xenomorphs, they had to be combined with humans and engineers. I don't know. What I understand is I don't understand how xenomorphs come in, and at this
I
point,
don't
so
think they
many
had
movies
to.
in, I
Really
don't even
weird.
care if I care.
Yeah, I don't
it
think
was
they
really
had to.
confusing.
I think that they don't have to. It's just some freak occurrence happened to create this mutant xenomorph, which then kept going.
Yeah, like, if you think that goo is basically... what the goo clearly did is that it broke down DNA and it recombined it. Yeah, because right in the beginning it makes me... So this goo is some kind of, like... Basically rapid evolution.
But the thing that pissed me off at the start was, it's all well and good they come to Earth and give life, but if you look at the Earth they came to, it was covered in vegetation, so there was already life there.
Yeah, that is so good.
That
That's
is
such
true.
a good point. I don't. This movie
Well,
is so stupid.
maybe the vegetation was only vegetation, and really what we think with the whole primordial sea was complete and utter bullshit, and we didn't come back so far, and all science. But it would kind of explain as to why that original concept of the xenomorph had a human skull inside it.
Yeah, but then the shape
Maybe it
of the
was a
xenomorph
Promethean
is
skull.
weird, because it's really pointy. He didn't have a chest burster, he just came straight out.
Oh yeah, the new one
because
is really weird.
Yeah, because he cut it open with like the point of his head.
Yeah.
And he cut open the chest and came out, and he didn't have his mouth protruded, but he didn't have the sticky out mini mouth.
Yeah, but I think it's supposed to be like, it's evolving. It's the goo just created more evolution. Like there's just more happening. Like, because they're changing, because they do adapt and they do change, they do evolve. Supposedly.
Hence the white one.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that they're kind of taking part of the DNA of whoever they have infested, and I'm clear on the stupid goo being the whatever of life, but I don't know.
It's
just
like a
primordial
splicing. It's kind of it's like a splicing. It's not even primordial. It's like a splicing agent, isn't it? It's basically that's what it is. It splices DNA.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit like
Well, splicing is cutting it and putting it back together. They kind of dissolved it and reformed.
Yeah, remade it. Yeah, it reminds me a bit of maybe they got inspired by something from Ender's Game, because in the second book there's this weird thing that splices or transforms DNA.
I haven't read that one.
No,
it's good. You should read it.
I haven't. No, I'm sorry, not reading anything by that author.
They're really good. They're actually really good books.
Okay, still not reading anything.
Alright.
Okay, shall we...
So Alien, Prometheus is The second one will probably be
What I was going to say was maybe they're like setting up for the predators to find them, and then they start recombining and introducing them to more humans, and then they become more like the Xenomorphs we saw. But that's just me talking out my rectum and trying to make some sense.
No, these movies don't make any sense. I have not watched Predators, and
so much of it is probably just like, well, this is what we had the money for, and this is what fitted in the suit, and
so much of it is probably Damon Lindelof. Although I hear Leftovers season 2 is really good, so maybe he's not that bad, but generally he's not a very good writer.
One thing, why did they have those stupid helmets?
Oh god, those helmets were so shit.
Why? They were stupid. So, if you didn't guess, I think this movie's stupid.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. I watched it years ago.
It was pretty?
It was very pretty.
I'm trying to find some, like, so the podcast doesn't just sound stupid. I mean, the CGI was cool, and I think the way the ship landed on the planet, that was pretty awesome looking.
There is a good point. Idris Elba was good.
Yes.
I like Idris Elba.
Yeah.
That's about it. Okay, so, I think we're pretty much all agreed that Prometheus is a pile of garbage.
Yep.
And I regret seeing it. Right, so shout-outs. Let's do some shout-outs. In the forums, we've got Hell Killer Vladim and the Barrel in the Room. Alex, do you want to do Twitter?
Yep, shout out to Will Driver 93, who had an accident of having to take I think his headphones came out or something.
Well, he was trying to stop the podcast, and rather than pausing it, he thought, I'll just take the headphones out straight away. It should stop. But it continued playing to me saying that I shoot first in my pants while his mum was in the vicinity, and he had to try to explain to her how it wasn't 50 Shades of Grey fan fiction, and it was actually a podcast. So, sorry.
Yeah.
But Alex is preparing some rather delicious fanfiction for you about Dragon Age.
Yeah, whenever I get time to write that down.
Okay, more Twitter.
Shout out to Nelly, shout out to Orcs, who was the only one so far who sent out his point tweet, and it was marvelous.
It was beautiful.
And then shout out to Pornf, I think that's why I remember how to say his name. Anyway, to Cesus, who's apparently saying that we produce too many podcasts. I'm not sure what you're getting at.
It's just plenty for you of your holiday break, because we're probably going to have a couple weeks break, aren't we?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes. We might have to do a Star Wars cast before Christmas, though.
Yeah, I don't think we can avoid that.
Yeah, because I'm seeing it on the 18th.
I'm seeing the 19th.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm seeing it. Oh man, I can't remember when we booked for it.
She's clearly excited, Lauren.
No, I am really excited, but I can't remember what day we booked it for.
Okay. While you're thinking, do you want to give us the Facebook shout-outs?
Yes. So shout out on Facebook to Tidge Vosselman and to Spiky Chris.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so if you'd like to get in contact with us with those lovely folks. Oh, I can't speak.
Flokes.
Let's try this again, but a bit more professional. Not like I've been drinking snowballs all afternoon like a 90-year-old woman. They're delicious. It's fizzy custard. So if you'd like to get in contact with us, if you have a question, a comment, a criticism, but please be constructive, you can do so by going to BigRedBarel.com. Post it down below in the forums of this post if you're listening to it on the actual website. You can also go to Twitter at BigRedBarel using the hashtag Geek Speak. I cannot do this today. You can also contact us directly. I am at the Sweet Shrimp.
I'm at Dusty Tulip _
I'm at Monica_Ion.
Second week in a row. Yay!
I know! Something's up with her.
You can also do so via our Facebook page. We've had one so far.
Two.
Yay! Oh yeah, Spiky Chris.
Yeah, Spiky Chris got lazy and stopped posting on the forums and decided to stick to Facebooks instead.
Oh, that's fair enough. You can also do so on the iTunes. Give us a rating, 5 stars preferable, but we're not going to push you. We still love you anyway.
No, we don't. 5 stars, please.
Okay, 5 stars for Monica. We also have an event every Tuesday in Dalston, London at Loading Bar called Tabletop Tuesday, where you can come along, play some board games with people. It's very, very friendly. There's video game themed cocktails as well, and video games if you prefer that kind of thing. I've lost my train of thought. Oh yes, every week we have a new featured game. If you play that game and let us know, you could possibly win that by the end of the night. All you have to do is play it and tell us. You don't even have to win. You don't even have to complete the game. You just play it and tell us. We're nice like that. If you want to know anything else about the this week's featured game, if you check on the front page of BigRedBarel.com, it's up on the left-hand corner. There you can also post any comments or questions about board game-related nonsense, and we will try and help you if we can.
Mm-hmm.
Have I missed anything?
Not really, but there's also a meetup group for Tabletop Tuesday. This is more your thing, so you can go in the meetup and ask questions there.
Yes. Very good. Yes. I did have something in my head then, but I lost it.
Oh.
I'm just too tired today. I was playing. Oh, did the light go? Ended up playing with Play-Doh all afternoon with my pupils rather than actually getting them to do proper work.
Mhm.
That's how sleepy I am. Yeah. So, for episode, is it 23 or 24? 24.
24.
24. Alex's age.
Hey, too much information.
Okay, cut that out.
I'm joking.
Okay. Yep. So for episode 24 of BigRedBarel Geek Speak, I've been Lauren.
I have been Butts.
And I've been Monica.
And we bid you goodbye. Bye!
But
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarel.com for more podcasts, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarel.com.
Sorry, I've just found a bug in my room and I need to kill it.
get it with fire.
Burn it. Burn it all.
Burn it. Obliterate it from the face of the earth.
Think I killed it.
Yay.
Yay! Yay! Yay!